Welcome back to Media Monday. And the main thing about this lovely week is the Iowa caucus that is starting right now, are the Iowa votes for who would be the next president of the United States. Now, me personally, I'm glad I don't live in Iowa, because then I actually have time to actually think really hard on who gets my precious vote. And I don't have to worry about the lovely people only worrying about my lovely state only once every 4 years, where every single politician that wants to run for president shows up and basically ass kisses the whole state, when they could give a rat's butt any other time of the year. But during this lovely time every year, they want to show up, and everybody wants to wear Iowa State jersey or Iowa University jersey, when they probably never ever thought about it every time of the year. But it's yay Iowa, and that's really crazy and ridiculous. And so, if you're watching this in another lovely state, I would say it gets to that time now where you need to think very, very hard on who you would like to represent United States as president. Because they're not just somebody that gets to sit in a nice little white building and get private security for the rest of their lives. It's someone who actually will represent us to the entire world. You don't want someone who you're afraid of is going to alienate their citizens. You don't want, or alienate part of the world because of their political views. You don't want someone who is maybe too old to take that post, that may not make it through the whole 4 years, and then you're stuck with whoever their VP was. You don't want to pick someone who may not be able to control marital issues, being able to control the country in parts of the world. So you should really, really think about who represents you and who you would want to represent you. Now into some lovely news of the week. Anyone else hear about the lovely Virginia girl who was basically murdered, and now her mother is pretty much coming out and saying that it is a large chance that the girl, her daughter, had met the guys that ended up killing her online? So you mean to tell me that you are that busy with whatever you're doing that you do not know that your lovely daughter is meeting guys offline, and she's a teenager? Yet maybe that, why would you not notice that, or notice that there's any kind of changes going on with your idiotic teen daughter? I would think that if this is your flesh and blood daughter, that you have noticed her for the whole of her life, that when she started sneaking out of the house, you would have picked up on it. And these are those cases where I've always thought that the parents should be charged with something if they leniently or allow their kid to go out and do that kind of thing. That they should be responsible for some of their kids' actions or the stuff that happened to their kids. Just my last lovely week, I heard that in Flint, Michigan, that the city is still charging the residents for the contaminated water, and then sending them a a cutoff notice if they refuse to pay for their water. And then the city is actually fining people for not having running water in their house. So you're going to try to poison my kids, and then you're going to be upset if I don't use the water. Then you're going to charge me to poison my kids. What kind of crazy shit is that? That you believe that I should have to pay for you to kill off my family. And then you're going to basically call Child Protective Services if I'm not buying and using the contaminated water that you are trying to shove down my kid's throat. So I should be a part of you genociding my family. Why? And we're going to end right here. So just like on any other video, if you liked it, hit it with a thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, enjoy life.